Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're talking about rotaries. Series 4 Rx7. She's an old girl, but she's not too bad. So yeah, I've had this car since I was 18, and it's more or less been in storage since about the last 10 years. Getting in my mum's place. This is the setup, the fuel system. It's got a nice Batmobile lift pump, and it lifts the fuel up into the surge tank, and the surge tank gravity feeds the Weldon fuel pump, the high pressure pump. It's quite a beastly unit. And then it comes in through the back there, and then the fuel comes into this Fuel Lab fuel filter, and it splits off into two. And on rotaries they run a staged injection, so the primary fuel rail's under there and the secondary fuel rail's up here. So the secondary injectors on this setup don't come on until it's over 3000 RPM, and then it switches from primaries to secondaries. 75% of its fuel needs through them and 25 through the primaries. And this is the 13B Bridgeport turbo. And if you're saying, what's a Bridgeport? Basically, with a rotary, that's a standard port, the port shape there, standard. And then the Bridgeport is just this bridge cut into it here, and that's the bridge. And the reason they keep the bridge is to stop your corner seals, basically, that fall out without the bridge there. They hold the corner seals in. So it's pretty much, that's it. If you want your car to sound like this, and it adds obviously a lot of horsepower, but it does move your RPM range a bit higher up. It really brings your engine alive, wakes it up when you do a Bridgeport. Yeah, a common upgrade on rotaries or 13Bs is people switch to solid corner seals, because these obviously are a two-part, and this inner piece, basically under high boost or higher boost or nitrous or something like that, this burns up. It's like a hard plasticky type stuff. I don't even know what it's made out of, but yeah, it basically burns up. And once that burns up, then obviously you're going to start losing compression. These are your side seals, corner seal, side seal, and there's a spring that goes under everything as well. And this is the standard OEM. This is a two-piece apex seal. Yeah, there's two pieces. I guess you could call it three actually, because it has a those two join together like that, and there's the triangle piece at the top, which I don't have on me, and that's the set of them there. The OEM, and this is the apex seal spring. So there's two apex seal springs that go into here. So two springs, and then the three-piece apex seal. And then you've got your corner seal springs, your side seal springs, and then in the center of the rotor you've got the oil seals, but underneath them goes another spring, and then the oil seal, then another spring on the outside, another oil seal, oil control ring. You can see the O-ring in there, and you can see on the impression marks from where the spring was sitting against it. And the main difference, like physically, with these against the new Rx8 engines, they're the same diameter, same displacement. Rotaries get their displacement by making the housings wider and narrower, so a 12A is 10mm narrower than these are 80mm, 12As are 70mm. And on the 13Bs of this generation, and all like the Batmobiles, etc., they've all got a peripheral port, exhaust port. And on all the new Rx8s, the exhaust port comes through the side here, just like the intake. The intake's through these through the side housings, the end plates, which is why the Rx8 isn't really a popular motor for a lot of tuning, most people go to the older 13Bs because the exhaust is a peripheral port, which has got a lot more potential. But anyway, so I guess I'll start it up and I'll show you what the turbo Bridgeport sounds like. So I'm just going to start it up now. It's a fuel pump, you can hear. So yeah, that's the iconic sound, I guess, of the Bridgeport. And obviously you can see the smoke there. That's because you need to run a premix with these engines. Once you go like Bridgeport or more performance orientated, because on these housings, they need to be lubricated. And that's what you run the premix, like a 2-stroke. You run the premix in the fuel to lubricate the housings better. And this engine, I'm running a bit too much premix because the engine's not running. It's only done a few miles, so it's just running just your normal kind of 2-stroke oil. Yeah, standard with these engines, from the factory they inject the engine oil into the rotor housings to lubricate. So that's why usually on a normal rotary, the engine oils are actually quite a low grade because they're designed by the manufacturer to inject that oil to be burned. And if you inject like a fully synthetic engine oil, you're much more likely to get carbon deposits and things. That's why there is an advantage once you switch over to premix. You can actually run a higher grade engine oil because you're not injecting it anymore. So that's what is happening with this car. You can run like a fully synthetic engine oil, and then you can run a high grade fully synthetic 2-stroke oil, which is designed to be burned. So you get like a slight performance advantage there. So that's the car. Basically, it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's not many of these left now, so yeah, I enjoyed it. I like the rotaries. So anyway, my next video, I'm probably going to do one on a sleeper on a budget. That's what I'm going to be doing next. So if you want to subscribe or follow along, it'd be much appreciated. Cheers, thanks for watching.